Hello YouTube friends, look at this US Mags wheel Patrick bought for, well, set of wheels he bought for the Galaxie. They are 15 by 9s, and you might think it's a little early in the process to be putting mags on, but he wanted to make sure that he had enough room here and didn't have to modify the wheel well at all to fit the mags and tires. But they're just a thing of beauty, very shiny.
Hello everybody, I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on buying some wheels. These are US Mags U101. They're basically a 15-inch slotted wheel. Give you a bit of a background on this. So I ordered some wheels from Vintage Car Wheels and Tires. They're on Facebook. They'd been on there for quite a while. I was kind of debating whether I'd buy from them or buy locally, but I just moved here, so I decided to buy from them locally or buy from them online. So October 18th kind of is when we agreed to buy them. I've got messages from them since October 18th, kind of going back and forth. I got a receipt. They were supposed to come in by basically the 20th. Didn't come in, and so then they said their system was down. I'm just going through some of the messages. I've got like 10 pages of messages here. Their system was down. They got up and running by the 26th. They didn't know where they were, which is amazing that a company can ship mags without knowing where they are, but they didn't. So basically by November, there's no communication. I did finally get a phone call from one of the guys that said, hey, we're gonna get them to you right away by tomorrow. I've got a guy I trust. They did not come in. That was November 6th. Didn't get anything back. Still waiting from them by November 12th. And then basically I said, I'm assuming I've been scammed. Pretty disappointed with them. They said, no, just we'll figure this out. And then the guy said, hey, he sees them on Facebook Marketplace for sale, that they're not getting done. So I said, okay. So then by November 18th, I asked for a refund. Basically, nothing there. So then I reported to Facebook that these guys could be scammers multiple times. I also emailed them again. Then they, basically by December 15th, nothing. Then basically 18th, 19th, 20th. So then I said, by that time I said, I'm going to report it to the police if you don't send me the money by a certain date. Then they actually called me, said, hey, we apologize. We've had problems with the emails. Anyway, so I was supposed to get it on December 24th. Didn't get any money back from them. So then I've been emailing, and as of now, I still haven't any emails back. So Vintage Car Wheels and Tires, I don't know if they're scammers or not. When I talk to them, they seem to be knowledgeable and seem to be good, but to date, nothing. I reported multiple times to Facebook and now to the police. So buyer beware. Facebook vendors can be scammers just like everybody else. I did end up getting another set though. So locally I did buy another set. So I'm out the money from those wheels, unfortunately, but that's where we're at today. Having said that, enough of my rant on that. Thought I'd kind of go over the new wheels I did get. So these are, like I said, US Mags. I think it says U101 on here. Yeah, U101. These are 15 by 9s. I'm going to see if they fit on the Galaxie. One of the things you'll find on wheel manufacturers, they give you backspace, offset, and how wide the wheels are. But the wheel width is not the outside dimension. They don't give you, they give you a backspace, but not a front space. So I spent a lot of time working with them, trying to see what would fit on my Galaxie. Now, like everything else, they're going to tell you, hey, these don't fit. But I was more than determined to do some measurements. Now, these old wheels I have, and I love these wheels, and I wanted to keep them because they look really good. They're era correct. They're really the day 3 look. which is kind of what I'm going for on this car. But the 14-inch on the front, I put disc brakes on the front. I bought a Leeds kit, and I had to put washers on to pull it out a little bit, and I just don't like that. I could put a spacer in, but it's so tight to the brakes that I'm afraid that I won't get enough cooling, and I might rub eventually when I take it on the road. So these are Unilugs. I don't know what brand these are, 14 by 8.5. So it really gave me a good wheel to go by from an offset standpoint. I had to find some washers, and it turns out the Unilug washers are actually round, and they just have that offset on there. So it just goes like that. So you can go 5 by 4.5 or 5 by 4 3/4. So they'll fit Ford and Chevy. Really, I like the look. It's got a real deep concave here. The lip's about the same as the front. Don't know what the brand is, but I'll be selling these. So if anybody's looking for them, and like I said, I'll be selling them. 245 60R14s. I won't sell them until the car's painted though, and I've got a wheel alignment done. But just letting you know that they will be for sale. So let's go look at these wheels and see what we've got here. Take it out of the box, set this on the cardboard here, see what we got. Alright, so comes in nicely packaged. I like that it's got the foam padding on here to protect it. A little bit of a mesh on there. Alright, oh that looks really nice. Looks really good. So, like I mentioned, you don't get all the dimensions you need. I don't know why they don't advertise the front space, but they just advertise the back space and an offset. Just take this off. There we go. So, yeah, these are really nice. You can see them in here, hopefully. You can see how nice and shiny they are. Got a nice lip to it. When they measure it, when they say backspace, the backspace is from here, the dimension of the mounting flange, to here. So that is, on this one here, it's 4.53. I think it's got a -12 offset. Having said that, the width is to the inside here, not to the outside. So you don't know what your front space is. And like all these old cars, you really want to make sure you got room. So dealing with them, having this as a reference, I think I've picked the right size. This is going out as far as I can comfortably, still allowing me enough room on my wheel wells. But we're going to find out. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm just trying these on, I'm going to tape the back side here, set it in place, and try them out. The other thing that I didn't know about, you can't probably see very well from there, but I was trying to see what kind of nuts they go in here. They're just a regular acorn nut. So I've got some acorn nuts from some other wheels. I will use them, but pleasantly surprised about that. Like I said, they didn't really tell you. The nice thing about that is it's going to be lug-centric instead of hub-centric, so that's good. Center caps, again, where they were installed on here, didn't have to touch them. I'm going to assume they're big enough on the back side here to work. Yeah, I think that would be okay. So we'll try them out. The back ones were the ones I was worried about. I'll try the front ones maybe in the next day or two. Give you an update shortly. Okay, so I've set them in place. I'll lift it up, but right now it looks like it's going to fit. The original wheels here had a backspace of just about 4 inches here, like 3.78, I think is what it had. These ones are about 4.5, so they were a little bit tighter on the inside. The outside was pretty close. So I have enough room here. Looks like I've got about let's say, about 1.5 inches, which is gonna be tight, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna basically jack up the differential. I've lowered it here like this, and I have to do that to actually get the tires and wheels off. It's actually quite an excursion. I hope I never get a flat tire in the middle of the road, because basically you have to jack it up off the frame to get it high enough to be able to take the tire and wheel off. You can't jack it up on the differential. You won't get them off with this wide wheel. But so far so good. I'm gonna jack it up here and then we'll see how it fits. Okay, so I'm off now. Let's see here. You can see how nice it looks, how it tucks in there, and how it fits back there. I'll just move this up. Hopefully you can see it where you're at. Yeah. So it looks like it's gonna work quite nicely. Now, like I said, when you order the wheels, they give you a backspace. So the backspace goes from the mounting flange to the back here, and they give you this dimension, which is 9 inches. They don't give you the front space. So if you've never ordered wheels before, basically these are 10 inches, so add an inch. So if it says it's 9, it's going to be 10 inches. You can calculate your front space. So backspace on this was 4.53, so you add that to the outside, you'll be fine. So that's what I did. They give you the offset, they give you the backspace, but don't give you the front space. I wish they did, because I don't know if all of them are going to be an inch wider or not, but that's what I assumed. Like I said, I spent a lot of time with US mags on them, but so far really happy with the look of that. I think it's going to fit well. I'm going to go with 245s. I know you can probably get 255s. Some people have done 275s. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I have enough problems getting 245s in here. I can't imagine 275s. 245 is actually a nice dimension for this with the wheel, so it's going to work out okay. And the fronts are 15 by 7s. Like I said, I haven't picked them up yet. I want to test these ones out because these are the ones I was worried about. So to summarize, I got 15 by 9s. I think it's a negative 12 millimeter offset, 4.53 backspace on my 64 Galaxie, and I have enough room in here. I don't have to do any cutting. Now, the reason I ordered these now is not only because I'm a big kid and I haven't painted it yet. If I had to do any beading or trimming or anything on the wheel wells, I would be able to do it now. So, summarize again, 15 by 9, negative 12 offset, 4.53 backspace with that acorn nuts, so they're nothing special, and it is lug-centric, and it looks like they're going to fit really well. So you can go 245. I've seen some posts where people said 255. I'm going to go 245 only because I've kind of sized my speedo gear for 245 60/14, so it'll be bigger enough that I don't need to monkey around with too much. But so far, really happy.